Hey guys, welcome to our first early game review and discussion. Today we're going to be talking about Pokémon Sun and Moon. We're going to be discussing what we like, what we don't like, all the new features in the game, and give you guys an idea whether you should pick up the game or not. We're going to be kind of directing this towards people who are veterans of the series and are questioning whether or not they should come back or not, and then for those Pokemon Go players who are thinking about getting back into the series. So we'll just start off by introducing ourselves. Say your game time too.
I'm Brandon. I'm at 10 hours and 36 minutes in. I'm on the second island. So.
Okay, I'm Corey. I am 5 hours and 43 minutes in. I'm still on the first island.
I'm Cameron. I am 9 hours and 23 minutes in now, and I'm also on the second island.
And I'm Todd, and I currently have no time on any islands or in the game. But I did play the demo, so okay. I'm just here to ask questions.
You just haven't been able to get the game yet, but you are a Pokemon veteran. All of us have been playing.
I played all the other ones up to this one.
Since about
even all the originals.
Second gen. So for those of you who played Pokemon Go and are considering getting back in, you've missed a lot if the last game you played was like first gen. You've missed Mega Evolutions, Grass Rustling, what else?
Well, as far as
depending on the game that they played, they could have missed shinies too.
Yeah,
they could have literally the.
If they've only played OG, then they've missed. Well, I mean, even if up to second gen, you've missed some additional new typings and type combinations.
Yeah,
so
you missed Fairy type. That's new. You missed a lot of graphic changes too. It's definitely changed a lot since that little 8-bit character.
I know. The last game I played before this one, well, aside from when I first got this, I got Y, but it was leaf green. Mm-hmm. And so there was so much difference going on.
So that was a huge jump for you too. But for those veteran players who played Y, maybe you're sick of the series, what we're going to start off with is talking about what's new in Sun and Moon. Number one, the graphics, I would argue, look a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
From Y, from 6th gen to now, I don't think they look much different.
Yeah.
But they're still good.
Yeah.
You know?
You pointed it out with the demo. You talked about how it looks like it was built for a platform.
Mm-hmm. And you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can dig into that a little bit. Sometimes the game is a little bit laggy. We're noticing that.
Yeah, a lot of times if you finish a battle with a Pokemon or something, it'll black screen for 5 seconds, and it doesn't crash. It just takes a bit for it to
actually,
you know.
Now, has he brought up to you what we talked about?
She's the one who hasn't heard about this yet. What's coming?
Okay, so he's told you then.
Yeah,
he told me.
So just get right into it.
So there's been some talk of Pokemon either Eclipse or Stars, but either way. I believe more towards the speculation of Eclipse was going to be the third input of this game. And Eclipse was more towards people thinking, it's going to come out for the 3DS again. But now there's a whole other thing called Pokemon Stars, where they're thinking Pokemon Stars is actually going to be the third entry into this game, but it's going to be for the new Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be full HD resolution, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because the character models and everything is a lot higher, which
they're built at 1080p, which the 3DS can't handle.
Then you can also understand why, like you said, the 3DS can't handle what the graphics are trying to throw at it. Yeah. So it's very plausible, and what they're seeing now is that they were able to see the game was being made during the same time as Pokemon Sun and Moon, but during the last 6 months, they stopped kind of production on it so that they could finish up, make Sun and Moon all better, and now since Sun and Moon has come out, they've jumped back on it.
Yeah.
And so it's looking like that might also be a potential launch game or several, or in the launch lineup of the first 6 months of the Nintendo Switch that will have Pokemon Stars.
Yeah, you can find all this online. That's where we're getting this from. We're not just making things up. The No did a great video on this. You can look their video up. But that's what we're thinking is coming up with the character design, how it's they look so huge, you know? They look like actual human level characters now, and not just everyone's the same height. Mm-hmm. We think that's
a lot to it.
Yeah. So for those of you who are a fan of Coliseum, Gale of Darkness, games like that, there's a chance we're getting another platform Pokemon game, which is pretty cool.
And we've talked about, don't get turned off if you didn't like Coliseum or any of those other kind of console games that weren't the actual Pokemon games that we've known and loved for handheld. Do get Stars, because although this isn't the first console-esque Pokemon game, this is the first actual Pokemon, like legit, like how it plays out
by the
handheld,
book, catch Pokemon in the wild kind of thing.
Yeah, that like all that, it will actually be like that on console. So it'll be very similar to handheld, but for the first time ever on console.
Okay.
Sorry, I would just want to jump in like about the graphics because I did notice it makes sense that the 3DS can't handle it because I noticed like a lot of it was really jumpy and I feel like maybe just because it can't handle it and then the one for like Y, which was the last one I played, could handle it better and so it wasn't nearly as like laggy I guess. But there's a part like you have to press A to open doors now, which I really do like so you're not accidentally just running onto different screens or into different buildings or whatever.
Animal Cross-esque.
Yeah, which I do like. But to push a door instead of like the door just opening, her hand actually, or is her, but the hand will actually fly up, but instead of like gradually lifting it, it just like immediately shoots out.
So it's like a little choppy, but the graphics are still really good. The battle scenes look amazing. The Pokemon look amazing. Now we're not like directly shitting on the graphics.
Let me ask you this: is the world, because like you guys know I haven't played it, is the world bigger than X and Y's world?
It feels bigger. It feels
because you said that you have 10 hours, right?
I can't
10 hours of gameplay.
Tell. I haven't played the whole game, so I don't know how big it is.
Really,
I know, but you said you're 10 hours in, and you're on the second island, and you're 5 hours in, and you're only still on the first.
Yeah.
So
I'm
guessing.
Around,
is it kind of big then?
Well, there's more than one city on an island. Also, there's a lot to see, and there's a lot of like side paths and like different like villages or towns or whatever to visit. So it's like maybe I don't know if it's just the way it's set up though.
I've also noticed a lot of times when you're like interacting with someone. Like, when they're talking, they'll just keep moving their hand.
in the same fashion, so it'll be like he's still having the same conversation
like
and just doing this.
So everybody's Italian in it.
Hey,
what's going on?
We're still not shitting on the graphics again. They do look really, really good. And I suggest I think the demo's still up. You might still be able to play it, or at least watch some gameplay. The graphics are not bad. They're just definitely built for a platform game.
The demo will always be up. I will tell you that right now. They don't take demos down, so you guys can't go play it.
Make sure you get your free Ash's Greninja, and you get like a couple nuggets too if you play the demo that you can transfer to your actual game, which is pretty cool.
Something that I don't like, and it's not like it's like just a tiny pet peeve for me because it was in Y, but you can't see yourself in mirrors and you can't sit down on chairs.
So
it's not important to the game.
She doesn't like the high graphics resolutions that you need in order to perform.
Right, I just want to be able to sit in a cute little chair and like I don't know, and talk to a person like I'm at a cafe. But no, you have to stand next to them. You can't like actually take a seat.
Yeah.
And they have like blankets covering a mirror in one of the houses I visit, and the one that you can see in your room, you can't see yourself in.
Okay.
Which
so just
is
little
a dumb
cosmetic
little
things,
thing, but I like it.
Again, for those.
Personally, I don't care about graphics. How do you guys feel about the actual like Pokemon that you've been around so far?
At first, I wasn't a huge fan seeing all the previews. Like, I really did not like the starters at first. But after playing the game, like, my least favorite starter is the one I almost wish I would have gotten, which is Poplio. Just because of its typing.
So, I guess to cover this, I have Poplio.
I have Rowlet.
I have Litten.
And I was going to, or I will be getting Rowlet.
Yeah. So, I am almost wishing I got Poplio now, just because of his typing. You know, he is a water fairy type, and like if you check like the weaknesses and stuff, it has the lowest amount of weaknesses.
Fairy
it is
type?
the strongest in battle.
There's like so little that can do any damage to fairy type.
Yeah.
Fairy type is superior.
It's really OP. So again, if you haven't played the game at all, you missed out on fairy type, which brings a whole new mechanic to the game. It changes battling completely. You know, because before dragons, they just ruled the game. There's nothing you could do against a dragon.
Which I loved.
Unless you had another dragon.
Or
but now,
ice.
Yeah, or ice. Mm-hmm. But now, fairy type stomps it, which is pretty cool. But with the actual Pokemon, they're a lot better now. I found
real quick with the typing. I've heard that if you battle a Pokemon in Sun and Moon, that then you it will give you hints to what is
let me explain
effective against it.
We're gonna avoid spoilers in this, but you'll figure this out.
Like
this
is a game
story.
mechanic.
Yeah, this is a game mechanic
that might lead somebody into it a little bit.
At first,
more.
I thought I was going to hate that because I felt like, they're making it too easy. Like, I like Pokemon to be hard. The original games were hard. You know, first gen was pretty difficult.
But where was it? Because we were younger, though.
No,
because
I
feel like it was
you
a
couldn't
good
even
challenge.
run in that game. Like, it was so slow.
Yeah, you could. You could get running shoes.
Not in the first one.
No.
You could get running shoes. Okay.
In Leaf Green, we're talking about Black and White.
I had silver, gold, and crystal, and
We're talking about red and blue. The original red and blue, you couldn't run.
I'm just saying that it was early on. It's not like there's like no way you could run.
What was he talking about?
Types.
It was the type attacks.
At first I thought I was going to hate that because it felt too handholdy. It's like telling you what moves to use, but that mechanic does not kick in until after you battle that Pokemon once. So let's say the first time you encounter a Psyduck, it's not going to tell you what moves to use. It's not going to say super effective, or whatever. The next time you battle a Psyduck, it'll say super effective, not effective,
Which
or whatever.
I like that, because then does that mean so that it gives more premise to actually see the Pokemon?
Yeah,
in
to
your
actually go
Pokédex.
out and catch them. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
And it gives you a lot of knowledge. Like, if you're, like, younger getting into Pokemon and you don't
Yeah.
really know type matchups that well, it helps out a
And
lot.
type matchups go so deep. Like, I don't
Especially
remember...
with double types.
Yeah.
Like, Papio
Absolutely.
being in the later evolutions, Water and Fairy, like, you know, it's,
Yeah.
double types really mess up type effectiveness, and
So
it's hard to remember.
it doesn't... For you veterans, it does not feel too handholdy. You'll quickly look at this and go, okay, this is actually useful.
To be fair, the first island took a while
Yeah.
because it was kind of handholdy.
Yeah.
And now that I'm on the second island, I feel like I'm actually in a normal Pokemon game, and
Yeah.
it feels a lot more difficult than normal.
There's like an entrance phase where it's kind of explaining everything to you.
And that's what the first island is?
That's kind of what the first island is.
There's
Okay,
a lot
I
of
can see that.
cutscenes because it wants to get you
Oh.
into the story and into how to use everything.
I did hear that it is kind of handholdy, which would
Yeah.
be good for people that are
There's-
trying to get back into it.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of
haven't played for a
cutscenes too, which I don't mind.
The
But,
characters are cute.
Yeah, they are.
So.
The personalities are really good. So far, the story's really good. And with people who haven't played since first gen, this game has more of a story now. Like, you get actual cutscenes and you actually get involved with the characters. You feel a connection with them. It's not just, here's these pixels you're battling. You know? It feels very real now.
I have to say,
Oh.
I love Team Skull.
They're goofy.
They're
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
And I love how the characters in the game react to Team Skull. It's just, it's great.
So, with the first island, this isn't really spoiler territory because you could beat it in a couple hours. The only reason I have 5 hours is because I'm trying to figure out what Pokemon are in the area, because there's a lot of weird spawns.
Yeah, to be fair, I have 29 in the Pokedex with 10 hours and 30 minutes, and Corey has 28 in the Pokedex with 5 hours and 43
So
minutes.
I'm taking a lot of time. I'm trying to complete the Pokedex. So I probably could be on the second island by now, but I'm kind of screwing around.
Yeah.
You know, so you can kind of take this game at your own pace. At the beginning, it is pretty slow because there's a lot of cutscenes at the beginning. Like, you can vouch this. There's like
Yeah, it is.
30
It
minutes
is
of
slow.
cutscenes at the beginning. It was like really... At first, it kind of irked me, but now I'm really liking because it dipped me into the story a lot.
Yeah,
So-
on
Which
the
I do
first
love.
island,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of like choice on where to go. It like if you want to go this way, no, you can't. You have to go this way.
Yeah.
And once it lays out the ground basics on the second island, you have way more freedom to do what you want to do.
But I like that. I
so.
remember when I was younger playing like the Game Boy ones, I would get lost a lot because I didn't know
See,
where to
that-
go.
that's
where
Where
I assume
so
the
I like
ones
that
are
they're
harder,
like,
yeah.
oh, you know, because like at the beginning they're like, hey, follow me, and if you go a wrong way, they'll be like, oh no, this way, and it'll have like an alarm, and it'll like.
So
see, I kind of liked the best games that implemented that, I believe, were Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, because they had those little side characters that would always lead you to like a certain point.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hey, come follow me, and then like they might run off screen, but you're like, oh, that's the direction I need to go.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the guy in Pewter City Gym where he's like, hey, have you visited the gym yet? And you're like,
Yeah.
no, and then he like walks you over there real slow. But it was enough to be like, hey, this is the direction you need to go. And you're like, yeah, that's where I'm going to go.
Yeah, also you don't have to follow slow characters anymore. You can run to get to the places you need to go, which is nice.
Also, when it's having like training you to like learn how to catch Pokemon, because we've never done that before. I remember, I think it was third gen, to get a Pokemon weak enough to catch it. It took like 4 turns to get there. It took forever in the intro for them to catch the Pokemon. This one move knocks it down to red, they catch it.
Yeah.
Like, it's over.
So they made the hand-holding quicker. And the only thing I'm glad that they kind of hand-holded you on was Z-moves, because that's brand new to this generation.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the Z-moves so far? I kind of
It's-
feel like...
Have you used any of them?
No, I kind of feel like they introduced them too soon, because Mega Evolution was
Right.
so
It's,
new.
I feel like it's very, very similar to Mega
Yeah.
Evolution. I'm like, this is like Mega Evolution, like
with
plus.
moves. Yeah.
Do you think that the reason why they brought Z moves to fruition was because of what was it, Pokken Tournament? Do you think people liked the ultimate moves that the Pokemon were using on that, and maybe people were so like into that they were like, hey, we want this more, and so then they were like, well, we can throw Z moves into this game.
That
and
might
I didn't know
be
if it was that
Or-
popular though.
They saw that it was Hawaii, and
Yeah.
they're like, how can we make people dance?
I
that's
True.
it.
I love the Hawaii theme, by the way. I think that's
Yeah.
the best one that I've played.
It's really cool, and everything's very like Hawaiian, which is pretty cool.
A lot of like of color characters I've noticed, which I love, and the way they talk. Like the professor will call you cousin,
Yeah.
which I think is just hilarious. I love that he gets into that.
Kind of get back on track. For those veterans coming back, this is a brand new Pokemon experience. For those who don't know, HMs are no longer a thing. You no longer have to track down Rock Smash, Strength, Cut, and then have to have one Pokemon on your team that knows all those.
Is that the Pokemon rides?
That's the
what you're
Pokemon.
getting
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
So basically, like as you progress, you get these like cards.
They're
I don't know,
pagers.
pagers. That's it. And you press Y, and it'll pull up your list of them. Like right now, I'm on the second island. I have Tauros. There's one dog. I can't think of the name of it.
Me either. It's really long.
I can't think of it. And then Lapras to surf. So like you slowly get them as you go. And I'm at past the third challenge. So that kind of makes sense that third challenge, 3 of them kind of like HMs, you get 1 for each gem.
Yeah, so it's similar, but still it feels brand new because now you can have a full team without having to worry about an HM slave, which is kind of a messed up thing to call it, but
which we all had that Bidoof.
Yeah, we all had it. But you don't have to have that anymore, so you're able to balance your team better. And also a new mechanic, there is no gym battles. There is no Elite Four. There is nothing like that. There's no challenge
like
you have to face
a
besides.
totally different setup, which is really cool.
We're not going to spoil too much because we want you guys to play it if you're thinking about buying it. But I will say the island challenges are fun.
And they can get challenging.
Yeah.
Have you beat the second one yet, Cameron? With the fish? That one was difficult.
Yeah, and they can
is
call.
hard.
I just want to point this out because I hate it so much. Like I like it because it's difficult, but it gets on my nerves. Wild Pokemon can call for help, and other Pokemon will come and help them out.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because like if
And-
you defeat one and then you have one left, it'll call for help, and then you'll get 2 again, and you beat one, and the other one calls for help, and you just end in like this cycle.
But it's also a good thing because you can chain Pokemon with it and get shinies from it. And also the more you chain, the better IVs they have if you're into like the more deeper
If you're
It's
into
good for
that
grinding
thing.
as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I think.
So
like-
yeah. Because
Um,
I've had Pokemon level up like a few times from just beating the one that they call.
Do you guys know what
And-
I thought was originally what these islands were going to be?
What?
The Orange Islands.
Oh,
the
really?
series. And I got really pumped for it. Like I still
It'd be cool if they
look
tied
like
in,
this.
though.
Yeah, it's really cool that like I love the island themes and like what they're going with now. Now I just hope that everybody loves this game, which as it's going, it's like 8.5 on like a bunch of reviews and 9. And
It's
9
going
reviews.
well,
So it's
better than
going
the
well.
old ones.
So I'm really hoping they're gonna be like, all right, take this and possibly like reskin it. As much as I hate whenever they do that, but it's Pokemon, so I don't care. They reskin
I'll buy it. I'll
They,
throw money at
they
it.
reskin it, and they're like, it's Orange Islands now, and it's like. Yes,
That'd be
like,
cool.
I would love that.
I like every Pokemon game I feel like was like the same game one after the other, you know? But this
Yeah.
one is totally different. Like there's so many new things and so many things that were taken out and replaced
It
with other things.
feels
It's
like
just
that
really
moment
cool.
because I remember playing Pokemon a lot. It feels like that moment I got Gale of Darkness because Gale of Darkness was like the game changer for me because I didn't play Coliseum. So Gale of Darkness felt brand new, and this is what that feels like. It feels like a completely new Pokemon world, which is cool.
So, speaking of brand new Pokemon world, how do you feel about first off, the Alolan Pokemon? And how do you feel about the Pokedex as a whole?
The Pokedex I think is kind of confusing to like because it's got 3
'Cause-
separate ones for
To be
For the
fair,
islands.
this Pokedex has, just in that you can catch in this region, is over 300. By over 300, I mean 301.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's so much stuff from every generation that they added together.
Yeah.
So
They
is
were-
that 300 new?
No.
that
That's
can't be
a lot
good.
of old
300
counting though, like
total.
remakes too.
I mean, there's probably, like, Gen 6, a lot of people complained that there wasn't a lot of Pokemon.
Me.
It's probably about the same in Gen 7, but there's so much older Pokemon, and they reskin them, and they...
All the new Pokemon change up the game too with their typings. Their typings are crazy.
Yeah, because
And-
even with 301 Pokemon, the type distribution is about even.
It's
Yeah.
definitely. It feels pretty good so
But
far.
back to the Pokedex, like, okay, so it has, like, your overall Pokedex, which is how many you see, it'll go in there. And then depending on what island you're on, it'll have those Pokemon registered in a different dex. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, on the first island, this is how many you
So
saw, and
it-
it's got, like, a percentage of how full it is.
It helps you see like how much you have on each island, which is pretty cool. And one thing I want to point out with the Pokedex, sorry I can't talk, is the fact that there is a Rotom living in your Pokedex.
I like
It's
that.
really cool. I thought it was
I
going
did
to be
see that.
annoying at first because he talks to you a lot. It's kind of like having another like friend Pokemon. It's pretty
Like
cool.
a little buddy that's
yeah,
just with you.
and he just says like little sarcastic stuff at the bottom of the screen occasionally.
And instead of like a
Yeah.
map, which you can still click on and everything, but you get like a GPS. So like it'll show you what way you're like facing, and then it'll have like if you have to go to a certain destination, it'll have like a red flag letting you know that this is where you need to be, which I like a lot. I think it's cool because you don't get off track very
and
easily.
it has a lot of markers at the beginning of the game, but from what I'm seeing, they're getting more and more sparse, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
as you move on, yeah.
back to the Pokemon. Besides your starter, what's your favorite new gen Pokemon?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Not counting the reskins of older ones?
Right, I
Not
like
counting
the
the
Alolan
reskins.
forms.
Brand
Some
new
of them are
Pokemon.
ugly,
What's
but
your
some of
favorite
them are
so
pretty
far?
cute.
Oh, jeez.
I can go on mine. What you guys think about it? I really like Brawler. It is just a fighting type that knows water type moves. And to evolve him, I don't think this is getting too far into spoilers because you can figure this out pretty easy. To evolve him, you have to take him to a mountain to evolve. So it's kind of like that one Pokemon where you have to hold your 3DS upside down to evolve.
What?
From last gen.
From last gen.
Which one was that?
It's I don't remember.
I can't think of its name, but it was the little squid Pokemon.
Oh, Inkay.
Inkay, yeah. You have to hold your 3DS upside down to
Really?
evolve him, yes.
I did.
So it's
I
kind of
never
similar
knew
to
that.
that.
That's
You
kind
have
of
to
that's
take
really
him to a mountain to get him to evolve, and he becomes a fighting ice type, which is a pretty good typing.
It's almost
So-
similar to 4th gen with Leafeon and Glaceon,
Yeah, it's
where you
very
have to
similar to
find
that.
one specific rock in the middle of nowhere to evolve
Yep.
them.
And I really like that mechanic. I
Or
think
you had
it's cool.
or you had to evolve them on that mountain range pass. Like you had to evolve them on that.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
very similar to that. That's Brawler. That's the one I really
Yeah,
like.
I like this one.
I didn't like his design at first, but the more I have him, he's kind of
I
cool.
think
he's like
he's
your
cute.
old 50s boxer. He's
Put a
like sitting
graphic
like
You
over
know,
for you
I don't
guys.
know what
Grab
gen-
Brawler.
I don't know what gen, but Makuhita is super cute. I
He's
love
third gen,
third. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's really old.
which is
but
best gen in my opinion.
I think he's super adorable.
If
And I-
you
We were
look-
talking about this. Third gen has the most like. Whenever they slammed us with all of those new Pokemon, it was amazing.
Yeah. Have you guys
Yeah.
figured out your
Well,
new favorite
I-
Pokemon yet?
Most of my team is older ones.
Yeah,
Right
same.
now, my team is Growlithe, Fromantis, who's a new one, Drowsy, Machop, Grimer, and Brioni, which is the evolution of whatever, the water starter.
Yeah. Yeah. if you're
So,
Popplio.
I don't have a lot of newer Pokemon on my team. I do like Fromantis because I'm on the second island, which has a lot of water type. So that's good, but other than that, I haven't been using too many
Yeah,
newer
mine
ones.
are all older Pokemon. I do like some of the Alolan forms, I would like to say, but like there are some that are just stupid, I think. Like Rattatas and Meowths, I hate theirs.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
look a little
ugly.
goofy.
I love Grimer, and I'm
Grimer,
definitely
yeah.
gonna use Muck on my team.
Marowak is definitely the coolest new form by
I
far.
would agree,
Ghost Fire.
So you
Oh.
guys
Yeah.
like the Alolan reskins?
I do. I think they were so smart. They did this on purpose. They brought back these Gen 1 Pokemon and reskinned them on purpose.
To get our
because of
attention, 'cause we
Pokemon
like-
Go.
Yeah.
Because everyone's getting this nostalgia of, oh, I loved first gen. Because anybody who talks about Pokemon loves first gen. You know, that's how it goes.
Maybe
So-
you guys have seen this Pokemon. It was in the demo, and I can't remember what the name of it is.
The
but
Typhonol?
I already know.
Oh, okay.
I already love this Pokemon, but you know that I'm like a huge dragon lover. I just am. The new dragon type Pokemon that has like the scales on it, and it looks.
the dragon fighting type.
Mhm,
Yeah.
I
and
haven't
I love it.
encountered him
It looks,
yet, but he's
I
cool.
don't know the name of it. Once
Yeah.
again, we'll put it up here for you guys. But it looks awesome. I love dragon
Also,
I've
types.
seen that
as a
one.
very random side note, I got an Aber on my team because I wanted a psychic type, and evolved it to a Kadabra, and they're supposed to learn a move that does damage, and mine never did, so I'm not using Aber on my team.
Yeah. It seems like the typings or the moves they learned are different in this game, which is, that makes
Well,
sense.
they
'cause
do
every
that
gen
in
they
the
change
other
that.
games, yeah.
Yeah, to make certain Pokemon stronger or not. But I'm going to go ahead and read my team. Most of my team's Gen 1 Pokemon. This is just my temporary team. I'm using Brawler, the new one I really liked, Ghastly, Dartrix, Pichu, Grimer, and Growlithe. So mainly, first gen stuff, because there's a lot of first
I'm
gen
jealous.
right off
I
the
don't
bat.
have a Growlithe yet, and I need a fire type.
Yeah, you
But-
caught him pretty quick.
Well, I mean,
Brandon
I
got
have
one.
I have
Yeah,
the
you're only
starter,
pretty quick.
but I want. Okay, but so all mine are they're old too, except for my starter, which is Torracat. I got him a Chop, but I traded him, so his name is Macho. And then I have a Slowpoke, a Grimer, a Munchlax, and I hatched an Eevee.
Okay, so I
Is
am
that
really glad that-
Munchlax from the pre-order?
I like
Oh,
him a
by the
lot.
way, if you guys already have this game and are already playing it, if you buy it, I think before January something,
January 11th.
January 11th, if you go on Mystery Gift and select Wi-Fi, you get a free Munchlax with Snorlium Z. So make sure you get that because it's pretty cool. Snorlax is awesome.
What's
love
the name of
Snorlax, yeah.
the move that he gets? It's something pancake.
I have no idea.
It's really
I just
funny.
know
I know what you're talking about.
The animation
You're
is
correct. It
hilarious.
is.
Yeah, look that up. Look up the Snorlium Z.
There's
move.
like a meme, I think, where like Snorlax looks and is like almost silhouetted and his eyes are just super glowing. That's
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
actual cutscene in the game.
Yeah. But I really do like how they brought back Gen 1 Pokemon and made them something to be reckoned with now because their moves and their types have changed with
Which, yeah.
coming back.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like there's different types now.
So for you people who only played Gen 1, the Gen 1 are back. Right off the bat, you catch a bunch of Gen 1 Pokemon. Magnemite, Grimer, Caterpie, Meowth, like a bunch of Gen 1 Pokemon.
To be fair, I've never seen a Caterpie in this game.
I saw
immediately
a couple.
immediately caught a Metapod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I've
Yeah,
seen a
never saw
Metapod,
a
and I think
Caterpie.
I've seen like 2 or 3 Caterpies.
Yeah.
Man, that brings me back. Butterfree was like the OP, like, catch a Pokemon kind of Pokemon. Because you could, like, sleep powder it. Yep. You know.
I was annoyed though, because I wanted to see all these new like types and like all these new Pokemon they had, and I kept running into like Gen 1. I was like, I don't want to see a Caterpie right now. I want to see something
I'm on the
cool.
opposite side of that. I really like that they brought back these old Pokemon and how they've mixed them so evenly with the new Pokemon.
If it were good Pokemon, it
See,
would.
me,
I haven't
I'm
seen
all
any
for the new.
Pidgeys, which
Like,
I love.
I just hope. Okay, this game looks like it's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it anyways because it's Pokemon. I hope that the next game they give us though is a Gen 3 and or Gen 4 kind of release where we get a crap ton of just new Pokemon.
That's
Even if it's like what they did with Gen 4 where it's like, hey, here's like a one evolution only Pokemon. We're gonna give it like something awesome, like Electivire and Magmortar.
Yeah.
Like that was awesome. Even Licky Licky and Tangle Growth.
Magneton.
And then
Yeah.
Pillow
Togetic came out then too. didn't it?
Togetic,
and Togekiss.
Yeah.
So even if they do that with it,
And
but they also gave
Tangela.
us there you go. And then it's like just all those new ones. Like it might not have been like it was a new Pokemon, but it was resorted to the old ones.
Yeah, I'm fine
Give
with
me that.
doing that.
And then Gen 3 though, like I brought up before, it gave us so many new ones.
Yeah.
It was the one that gave us probably the most new ones, just out of the gate.
I would say this
And
game does
I
bring you
loved
enough
it.
new ones.
So many legendaries,
Yes.
which this game does
This game gives you a
technically
lot of
have a lot of
legendaries,
legendaries,
yeah.
which I don't always like because I want to have all the legendaries I can get. But
Don't make it too easy. Like
yeah, I mean, legendaries are always fun to face. So
I just hope with either Eclipse or Stars, or if they hopefully they do both or one of them. But with that, I hope they do a world change to it so that it's not the exact same kind of world that we're in, and there might be like a new place to go to, or like there's like this island that's like off the bay.
didn't Platinum do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a new dimension.
We're gonna kind of drag this back to the actual aspects of the game that you get, like the new stuff. Is there anything about this new game that like you guys really really like mechanics wise?
I just really like the island setup. I really
Yeah.
like the Hawaiian theme. I love like all of the. I don't know. I just really like the aesthetic.
The battle interface looks so much better.
Oh my god, it looks so
Instead
much
of having
better.
like patches of grass, you'll actually see background and people and characters
Okay,
in the back.
this is something I
And-
really like. Go ahead, Brendan. I'll get into it in a second.
Also, the ability when you're facing a Pokemon to just tap Y and
That's
select
exactly what I was
Pokeballs.
gonna say. Yeah, it's not like your
So
last use
nice.
item. Always in the top left corner, if you hit Y, there's a Pokeball.
Yeah, and
Which
you can
is
cycle
so
through your
convenient.
Pokeballs
Yeah, you
there.
can
So
choose your
convenient.
ones.
Mine's more like it's just like aesthetically pleasing to see. And I've only played the demo, but I just like how there's little trainer animations now where they're like throwing the Pokeball up.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
love that.
that's
'cause
really
that's
cool.
so
I'm
cool.
just,
Like,
I'm just saying, like, I loved that.
Speaking of
That was
Pokeballs,
awesome.
when trainers throw out their Pokemon, they can be in different Pokeballs
Yes,
now.
they're in like heal balls, nest balls, dark balls,
Ultra
like all
balls.
that.
Dive
All
balls.
that, yes.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Everything.
It's-
I've
It
seen
makes
some
the game-
beer
makes the
balls that
game
jumped
more
out with,
diverse.
like,
It's a tiny detail, but it was worth it.
yeah, it's just a
and-
nice
Caught my
little thing to
eye.
notice.
Each ball has a little bit different animation when it pops
Yes.
open, which is like so small and it doesn't even matter.
makes you so
but
happy.
It's
You're
cool,
like-
you know.
I'm gonna go out and say I absolutely love the fact that I no longer have to use HMs. I do not have to
It's
worry
a
about
hassle.
always having a flying type if I want to get somewhere, always having a Pokemon that knows Surf, always having a
Though-
Pokemon that knows Cut.
I will say, like, to me, there's always going to be a part of me that did like that, though,
Yeah.
because it was like a part of, like, there was different puzzles in some games. Like, I remember using Strength and doing the Articuno Cave, and the old ones, that was, like, a pain in
We haven't got that far yet, so there might still be stuff like that, more puzzles, but they could do them differently now. Play it, man. Trust me, you will feel so much better not having to carry that stupid Bidoof.
I
on your
already
team.
know.
You know?
That I won't have to
Yeah.
worry about using the HM.
Though,
And I
I'm
love
just saying
that.
that I
some
do
people
miss
love it.
is that most of the time I got a water starter, always taught it Surf because it's powerful.
Yeah, it's a good move.
And
I
when you're
think you can
facing
still
in
get
double
Surf, though.
battles, it's completely worth it.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I can still use Surf, not
I
like
think so.
actually.
Because
use
my
But
it.
they also
Brawler
have
knows
some
Rock Smash.
really. They have a lot of really powerful water moves in this gen too, though.
Yeah, they added a lot of
But
new moves. See,
Rock
my Brawler
Smash was a
use Rock
TM in
Smash.
the recent generations. It
That's
was no
right.
But
longer
something
used.
that I like because
that's probably what
you
they'll
don't have
do
the
is
HMs.
they'll change
Oh.
the HMs to
Oh.
TMs.
But since you don't have those, you don't have to like delete one of your Pokemon's really good moves to make room for cut, so you can cut down a tree.
Yeah.
Because one thing I did dislike about Gen 3 to 4 was that if it knew certain HMs, you had to delete it.
Yeah.
And it completely ruined movesets of some Pokemon that I had.
Yeah, to transfer.
Because I had like a
which is
Kyogre
annoying.
that knew Waterfall and Surf because they were useful. I had to delete it, and then I only had 2 moves.
I'll say something kind of in between, to whereas to say with the old and the new, I'd be fine with them letting you have, like, bringing HMs back, but they make it to where you can just delete them now.
Yeah.
They're
Oh my God,
not
that would
stuck.
make them perfect. Yeah.
That would make them great
But
because
I still
they
like
could
riding
they could
Tauros, to be completely
yeah,
honest with you.
yeah. It would just be kind of cool. Like they could keep them in, but it's like you can delete them now.
Another thing I want to talk about that I absolutely love, when you exit a battle, there's no longer a need to use Awakenings, heal, paralyzing and stuff, because you can now take your Pokemon into the new version of Pokemon Me, which is called, what was it? Pokemon Refresh. And you rub them with medicine, and they get rid of their poisoning, or them being paralyzed, or them being asleep.
Yeah.
So-
it makes you have like a closer bond.
Yes,
with them
and
too,
it makes
probably.
their hearts go up, which is really cool. And you can also groom them. If they get dirty, you can clean them. So there's no longer, like, in battle, yes, get those Awakenings, get those antidotes, but as soon as you exit that battle, you can
hit
just...
Y,
Yeah.
and it'll pop up, and you can pick your Pokemon.
Yeah, and you just heal them. You rub them down
And
with
I
some
think-
medicine, and it's good.
I don't know if
love
this is
that.
anything important, but like I was battling a Pokemon, and a Pokemon attacked my Torracat, and they dodged it. It said that I dodged it, and then she jumped up and had a bunch of hearts on her head. And I was like, is that because of her affection
Yeah,
levels?
yeah.
That's her.
I did not. I
One
was like,
thing-
that's
That was
awesome.
That's something
that was
that's new,
actually in
too.
X and Y.
Was
Yeah,
it?
that's
I
something
never
new
knew
in
this.
X and Y too.
I just like that
So-
you could just do it so easily.
Because on my main team, which I got all the level of 100, I made sure their affection was, I think, what's the max? Like 3 or 6? Or 5?
I think it's fun.
Something. I got max affection, and I got really good at the game, so I could just grind to get max affection. Completely worth it.
Yeah.
Because they would do
Affection
direct
is
hits
worth
way
it.
more often.
Yeah.
They dodge moves, and a lot of times, I don't know if you could do it in this generation, but in Gen 6, like if they did something, you could rub the bottom screen, and it's like you petted them during battle.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I
I
was
didn't
like,
know that.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can do that in this gen, but definitely the Pokemon Refresh is really cool. It was a nice build on Poke-Ami, or however you pronounce it. I love it. How do you guys feel about the festival mode or whatever? Festival Plaza.
I haven't tried
I
it
don't
out
even know what
yet.
that is.
Okay, that's where you go to Wonder Trade and stuff.
Oh,
And it's this
really?
festival where you have like these like venues, and people who pass by you, this is that passerby thing, people who pass by you will visit your festival, and you can communicate with them. You have to keep people happy. I don't really do it so far. I just use it to Wonder Trade, but yeah, so far
I will say,
I don't know how I feel
Wonder
about it.
Trading is one of the best things to
I
have
love
come out
Wonder
of
Trading.
X and Y.
I like it,
Oh.
but I get an emotional attachment to my Pokemon. Like, I caught you and I raised you up to the strong Pokemon
Okay.
you are.
Random thought. What is the best Pokemon that you got from Wonder Trade? Because I know mine. You know what I got.
Yeah, I know what you got. I don't really know my best.
I got a
or
level
your
20 shield
favorite.
on in G.
I think I got a
in
shiny
Y.
Eevee one time.
Because like I got the Aggie Slash. That's my level 100. That's on
Yeah.
my team. You know that was cool.
Go ahead and tell your best because it was pretty cool.
Oh,
It was-
you guys can tell your.
I don't
peasant-
really have
You
one.
I
guys
got
tell
a
your
level 20
peasant
shield on
stories.
when I first got my game. So all my other Pokemon were like level 6 and I had a level 20. And that
What
was
about
about
you,
it.
Todd?
Mine was like a high level shiny Darkrai.
That's
Really?
pretty neat though.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I got a
Nice.
shiny.
Is it? Should we say it
No,
together, or should
I don't know
I'm
it. I don't know
gonna
it.
guess. I'm gonna guess what I think it is.
What?
Is it the level 100 shiny Swampert?
Yeah. With
Got it.
and I know
Knew
it's
it.
hacked because it has max HP and max attack. So
Yeah, so Wonder Trading is still really cool. That's new for people who haven't played since Gen 1. You select a Pokemon and hit trade, and you get a random Pokemon from somewhere around the world, which is pretty cool. I think it's fun. I use it a lot at the beginning of the game to see what I can get. England and a few other countries are going to be late to get the game, so what everyone's saying is spam the Wonder Trade with a really good Pokemon so they can start out on a good foot.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
sweet.
I thought that was nice. Like, Wonder Trade's pretty cool.
can we Wonder
So-
Trade Legendaries? Because I have extra Celebi.
I don't know.
I might just throw one in there
Maybe.
for the lulz.
Something
Yeah.
I don't. It's not even in the game. It's just something that I thought would be really neat because you can battle your friends. Obviously, there's no like main guy like gyms that we have to be. So we've been just trying to build up a team to beat each other. Is that when we battle, I feel like it'd be really cool if they just put in that we could choose our first Pokemon, not just being
Yeah.
the first in our
That's
list.
a mechanic they need to introduce in future
like
games.
I want that to happen. I don't know if I would even
Yeah.
like it. I just think it would be cool because
Wasn't
like
that in one of the generations? You
Was
choose
it?
the Pokemon where you want at a time, and it puts them in
Yeah,
that order.
on the
Where
live
what,
battles.
where
But I mean in all
where-
battles.
where-
I
We'll
just think if it pops up, you know, like how in the cartoons they don't just like, oh, here's this Pokemon, but that's a bad type matchup, so let me pull it out and lose a turn. I think like, oh, I know that they're gonna throw out like this type of Pokemon, so I'm gonna go through my team and pick this out, and that's gonna be the first Pokemon I throw out, and then we'll
Yeah.
start off even.
I think what they should do is to where I really want there to be a game eventually where we actually have a legitimate tournament style, the world championship or whatever.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I want there to actually be a tournament so that we can get that satisfaction of like
Being
if you have
number
a
15 in the world.
if you have a Pokemon that's out and you pull it back in, it's done. Like how they did in the show. Like you'd see like the color of it, and then they're like, oh no, you have to come back. They come back and it just goes out. It's so like because they withdrew it, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So like I really want us to have like a
Let's try
tournament
to take
style
it
final.
back to this gen more because that's what we're focusing on. How do you guys like it so far? What do you give it? Like, do you want to give it a rating? Do you want to say?
I didn't watch. I
does it
watched
rank with the other
very
games?
little of the previews, and I came in with expectations that it's a Pokemon game, so I'm gonna like it no matter what.
Pretty much the same
So
thing.
it's a Pokemon game, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
So yeah, okay. So for those veterans, it is a Pokemon game. It's brand new. It feels good. I would suggest you get it. For those like Gen 1 or Gen 2 people that haven't played since then, if you feel like buying a 3DS and feel like buying this game, I 100% say you should do that. This game is fun. This game takes me back to the original days of playing Pokemon. It feels really good. You'll get your taste of Gen 1 Pokemon. You'll get your taste of new stuff. It will hold your hand through all the new stuff, which is okay, and I guarantee you will like it.
It's still Pokemon, but it feels new.
It feels
which
new.
Which is awesome. I like
think
that.
that's a good place to end it on, is just...
Actually, how about this? We'll end it on what's everyone's overall favorite Pokemon. I'll go
of all time.
I'll go first. Mine is Togetic. I just love the little fly guy.
Eevee for sure. I love that they can evolve into anything.
Houndoom.
Growlithe.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good place to
Alright.
end it. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to be doing these kind of videos anytime a new popular game comes out, like when Kingdom Hearts comes out, when Final Fantasy comes out. This is just going to be a review, like an early review, what we think so far, because it's less than a week from launch at this point. So let us know what you think, if
Week
you liked it
after
or not.
launch.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know if you liked it or not, and we'll see you guys next time.
Like and subscribe.
Oh God. I don't understand. What am I supposed to line it up with?
We're just gonna spin until we see something. There
That's
we
the
go.
thing. There's something. Oh, that's the thing we needed. Look at that.
Click on it. Is it a button?
Sure
It
is.
Sure is.
It's always.
Is it ever
Oh.
not? a
I mean,
button?
honestly, yeah.
Is that another puzzle?
I'm sure it is.
Why wouldn't it be?